Hello everyone, today we are going to solve the first Leetcode problem, that is two-sum. The problem is given an array of integer and an integer target. We have to return the indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. Now each input would have exactly one solution and we will not be able to use the same element twice. And we can return the answer in any order. Now, one brute force solution would be to consider each element from the nums array, and for one individual element, we'll check the remaining elements and see if any two values will add up to the target values. But this algorithm will lead up to a time complexity of order of n square. So can we do it in a better way? One better solution would be to use dictionary, and this solution would be better than order of n square time complexity. Let's take a look at the first example. Here, nums array contains four values, that is 2, 7, 11, and 15, and the target value is 9. So to solve that problem, we can use a dictionary that will keep track of the values. So how can we do that? So let's say we are start traversing from the first element of the array. So when I is 0, nums I is equal to 2. So we'll check if target minus nums I exist in our dictionary. Currently the dictionary is empty, so we cannot return anything. So what we can do, we can just put the current values to the dictionary. So in the dictionary we'll put the numbers and its indices. Now let's take a look at the next. Let's iterate to the next element, that is 7. Current value of I is 1. So now we'll check if target minus nums I exist in the dictionary. It does. So 2 exists in the dictionary, so we'll return current index and the indices of numbers 2, and that will be our result. So for this particular test case, we'll return 0 and 1. Let's take a look at another example. Here, nums array contains three values, that is 3, 2, and 4, and the target value is 6. Let's start traversing from the first element of the array. When the value of I is 0, nums I is equal to 3, and target minus nums I is equal to 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. Now we'll check if these three exist in the dictionary. So currently the dictionary is empty, so we'll not do anything. We'll just put this current value and its indices to the dictionary. So that's what we put in the dictionary currently. Now let's iterate to the next element. When I is equal to 1, the current value of nums I is equal to 2, and target minus nums I is equal to 4. So now we'll also check if 4 exists in the dictionary. It doesn't, so we cannot do anything. We'll just put 2 and its indices to the dictionary. Next, we'll check with the last element of this array. So value of I is equal to 2, nums I is equal to 4. So and target minus nums I is equal to 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So we'll check if that number exists in the dictionary. It does. So we can get the result here. So we'll return the indices of 2 and the current indices, that will be 1 and 2, and it will be our result for this particular test case. Let's start writing the code. To keep track of all the elements and their indices, we need to use a dictionary. So let's initialize the dictionary first. Now we'll need to iterate over all the elements from the nums array. So for I in range len nums, if target minus nums I in dictionary, we'll return dictionary target minus nums I. If not, we'll put the values and its indices to the dictionary. So dictionary nums I is equal to I. Now to end this function, we'll need to have a return statement. So we'll put return -1, and hopefully that's it. And this solution is sufficient to solve this problem. Let's run the sample test cases. You can see these are accepted, and let's see if the solution is accepted or not. And you can see this solution is accepted and it beats 100% of the solution. The time complexity of this solution is order of n and the space complexity is order of n also.